Hello everyone, my name is Nick Alderink and I am the Programming and Media Coordinator for the Michigan In-State Theater. Now, as we sit alone in quarantine, I would just like to recommend to you one of my favorite films of all time, the original 1981, The Evil Dead. You can find this film on Netflix. This is, of course, Sam Raimi's Cabin in the Woods supernatural horror splatter slasher. But before you turn this video off, I understand this may not be the happiest movie you could be watching right now, but it's still definitely an escapist movie that I think helps in these times. Though it takes itself a little bit more seriously than the later two films of the franchise, it's still very ridiculous and uses gore with such ease and pleasure that I think that at that extent of how he uses it, it takes the fear away from the movie and allows you to enjoy it and still sleep at the end of the night. And in my opinion, and this is a bold opinion, I would say it's the start of a perfect trilogy. A trilogy that becomes increasingly more ridiculous with each additional installment. There aren't too many perfect trilogies. I would say Star Wars and Lord of the Rings are close seconds for me. The Godfather has that kind of frustrating third act. But what Raimi did with The Evil Dead, that trilogies, especially today, they don't even attempt anymore, or franchises in general, is take what was given in the previous film and he uses a little sprinkle of that just so you recognize the taste, and then he changes the genre entirely so that you enter and leave the movie feeling surprised and not sure what's going to happen next. Then all the while, we're giving this hero Ash Williams, who progresses and grounds the franchise as life continues to hand him these supernatural curveballs. Now, of course, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell's status as Michiganders makes these films easy to get behind, especially for us. You know, it had its premiere at the Redford Theater, and the Michigan State sweaters give it a sense of familiarity, though most of it was filmed in Tennessee. But it's also this really incredible independent film success story. It's one of the most successful independent films ever made. And not too many independent films can say that they launched this multimedia franchise that includes video games and comic books and even a musical theater adaptation. But before I close here, this film really benefits with an audience because, like I said, with its gory, violent nature, it can be really kind of brutal to watch on your own. That's why it's become this really successful late night film, and we've shown it the past couple years. So if you have a group of people with you, it's relieving to have them there so that tension can be cut while you're watching it, because the film really is meant to entertain, and you shouldn't be hesitant to laugh at such these ludicrous scenarios that are unfolding on the screen. So instead of meeting, I suggest you gather your friends via Skype or Zoom or Google Hangout or whatever and spend time watching this film together. Or if you're lucky enough to be spending time in quarantine with a loved one, I suggest you grab a blanket and gather close and enjoy this bloody, ridiculous shock fest together. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.